Now, the way this Grand Prix is kind of playing out, it's like I'm gonna get the car pretty much for sure. And yeah, like I don't think I can possibly come forth now, really, like 60 points ahead of the person who's down there. But it's not about standings in placement in the Grand Prix. It's a case of the actual car that I come away with. And I don't particularly want a 2-star version of this just sitting in my garage because it wouldn't exactly be much use. And yeah, I figure from the last 2 days of this, I'm currently 0.082 of a second behind first place on today's thing. And yeah, that's the person that's got the 195 at the top. So I could wait on a day or so and spend tokens then and get the credits for tomorrow, or the blueprints from tomorrow as well. But realistically, if I do it now, I can possibly take today and maybe come first in my group. And yeah, so I said I'd chuck this out there. If the person who's in first watches these videos, know the fact that I've got 30,000 tokens and I'm insane at gambling. No, but realistically, I just want, like, if I get that car unlocked, I wanted it 3 stars. And yeah, there's no point in not doing it today because of the fact that it has the added bonus of potentially, possibly, getting those extra prizes from this. So like where I'm standing at the moment, I get 20 packs for the upcoming event as well as some of the import parts. But if I was to take that, it's like extra ones of these packs, and these packs have some pretty cool cars if you haven't noticed them. They've got like the Vanda electric car, the variation on the Chevrolet Corvette, and some of the 812 Superfast as well. So that could save you some syndicate coins with the 2 of those cars, especially coming into the Rimax C2 event, as well as there being a token reward, which it doesn't actually say how much. But yeah, I figured that in 10 packs of those, I'll potentially get things if I win it. Otherwise, it'll solidify my position as number 2 in this group. Yay for number 2s. I just said I may as well throw some of my tokens on that. It's not going to cost me a whole pile, even at absolutely worst case scenario. I'm looking at having to open 7-10 packs. Now, I didn't get the relay because I kind of ordered the pack side of this for a couple of reasons. The main one being the fact that trade coins, I'm actually really kind of suffering on. And I want to get the Terzo Millennial blueprints, which I could really use cars to upgrade. So the trade coins is going to give me some more of those. So yeah, the packs will have a lot higher chance of giving me like a bunch more trade coins. So realistically, this is a win-win in a way of doing it. And yeah, with my token reserves, it's not going to cost me too much to go down this path instead. I'm going to, hopefully it's like 20 blueprints. I could get that in one go with jackpots, because that's a possibility of happening. But yeah, at the same time, it's like all those trade coins realistically are pretty cool. Oh, I'm thinking, is that goal reward unlock going to actually knock me out of the screen? Because the game is incredibly like aggressive in terms of pulling people back to that menu now. 3. But yeah, like I said, this one, it's not a case of like that these are kind of wasted, because that the trade coins right now are pretty decent for unlocking some of those extra cars and epic import parts and stuff from the actual from that legend store. Still though, I don't need too many trade coins. Yeah, that's 6 blueprints for that one. If I get within 4 of it, I may actually just get that first relay, because like I said, that's still available to me for 750 tokens. Although I like gambling. That's what these stat pack. Oh. Yay. Awesome. That's my car sorted. And more trade coins. And that's my car extra sorted. Stop staring up now though. There you go, 53 out of 40. That'll do. Those are always nice. But yeah, like I said, that will give me the car upgrade. Bump it up to 3 stars. That will be the second person in my group that has 3-star version of this car. And I will just say the other person who has a 3-star version of the car is not in first, second, or third, or fourth. And I don't think 5th either. which is really kind of sad because after this event is over, yeah, they're not going to have any way of like, as far as I know, unless there's a change to the Nintendo Switch version of this game, they're not going to have a means to actually unlock that car and get access to the 3-star version of the Techrules that they have. And of course you can't upgrade it inside in this menu because technically I don't have the car. As much as I've got the car with the carbon fiber and the no wheels, and there's that aggressive screen popping out. Yeah, that screen's incredibly annoying now because it's got the it'll like force you to come back in there repeatedly if you've got the if you have the goals complete. I don't want to quite cash through this now. But yeah, that'll get me those daily goals. I'm just gonna upgrade this all today. I have a couple of cars that I can apply upgrades to. I recently got an upgrade for my Regera, so there's 8 upgrades that I can apply to that one. And yeah, there's like some upgrades that I can put in there. But I think like my one main issue with this is tomorrow's track is the moat finale, which I am woefully bad at. I really need to actually just kind of like do those practice runs on that over and over again and actually see as to how to get a decent time on that, because the last time that mode finale track was in, that's the one that's like, I think it's like 2 minutes or so long, or for me it was about 2 minutes and 10 seconds long in the car that was there last time instead of 2:04 that some people were putting in. But yeah, that's like going to be a far better car to come away from this with the 3-star version of this. It's still not an amazing beast or anything, and it's not going to be my first choice when it comes to the A-class cars, but still, it's in a better state there, and it only cost me about 1 or 2k tokens maybe, so not too bad. Not going to complain. And yeah, if it has the potential to drive me up into the second place, or drive me up into first place even, that would be quite cool. Kind of put this to the track and see, can I actually do it, or will I mess up in the 3-star version of this car and put it into a wall or something. But like, yeah, I've got a tiny amount to do. That drifting yards, by the way, is kind of funny. You can drift nearly this entire track in this car, including the ramp if you want. I just did it for one of the ones where it's just messing around with it. Yeah, like this car, it's not too bad. It's just a case of at the same time, I'm not gonna like go crazy about it. I'm not saying it's the best thing in the world. Apparently it is. When it comes to the A-class cars, it is a real king of those, but the way this event is being handled and stuff, I really just like, I'm not a fan, because like I said, it's player versus player rather than player versus the clock kind of thing. Oh. There we go. That could have gone far, far better, but at the same time, yeah, that's not a bad time, but it would want to be. Like I said, again, there is the person down in 5th position currently with the other 3-star version that's in my bracket. I genuinely feel for that, or where you've got somebody else with 3-star versions and 3-star versions. That is kind of why I'm not a fan of this one, because it's like, it's down to the individual driver's abilities and what they're willing to pay. And I personally, like, I would hate to be in that scenario where I'm upgrading the car, but it's just down to the skill as well. And like, if you upgrade your car in this and you're using touch drive and you go against manual drive players, you really are in just, yeah, it's just going to be crazy. Like, you couldn't, I don't think, remain competitive with that car. I kind of messed up a small bit there on that run though. Like, I definitely could do a little bit better, but yeah, I have one more run if I wanted to take it towards before the end of the night. Just see the standings. Yeah, see, the good thing is that puts me in first place in this, and also because I'm tied up with the person and that other lad completely sandbagged his qualifying time, yeah, I'll win every time if we're matched up in a draw. So thank you for sandbagging, I guess, which is cool, because yeah, it gives me about like 2 seconds or so on the leeway there, because yeah, anyone who qualified with a lower time will lose to somebody that they're drawing with up in points. It's not going to be a draw anyway, because it's going to come down to the last day. If I take 50 in this day and 50 in the first day, and he's taking 50 in both middle days, yeah, then it's just going to come down to that final day to decide who gets the actual first place of this and who gets the second. Realistically, it's just going to be a case of fighting over those 10 packs and the difference in the decal, because of the fact that obviously we are now like 40 points ahead of the person who's in third, and maths, I can't even work out how many points ahead of that person. Is it 65? Yeah, 65 points ahead of the person who's in fourth. So like I would technically, like, Nana would need to come first tomorrow, and I would need to get minus 15 points to not get myself the car and to manage that somehow. But yeah, maybe I can get super disqualified. I don't know. Actually, knowing that mode finale course, I would be surprised if I can get minus 15 points on it. I put in a really good time. Alright, guys. I hope you're doing alright in this event. Like I said, I haven't done much in the line of the events for it, because like I said, it's a PvP event rather than a PvE. If you don't know those terms, by the way, because people will throw them out all the time, PvP means player versus player, as in you're fighting against other players' times. PvE is player versus environment. It's from old like MMO RPGs. But yeah, that means you're playing against the game's set up thing. So if you were in an RPG, it would be playing against the game's like inbuilt monsters and villains and stuff. Or in this game, PvE means player versus the clock, effectively. So Gameloft set a time, and then we rise up and beat it. That's not what this event is. It's all PvP. So I can't tell you how to beat somebody else, because if two people watch that same video, they'll still just play against each other as good as they possibly can. So the only advice for this one is just drive as well as you can, and yeah, set your expectations. Like, if you're getting yourself a 4 or 5 star version of this car, and you're in, lower down places in this one, you're just throwing away tokens, because unless Gameloft introduce a different way of getting that key, those tokens are wasted. But yeah, guys, sub button up here over my head. Sorry, I've been incredibly busy also with work, so I'm trying to get like a few videos put together, because I'm working full time again all next week. I had a live stream the last night, which was really awesome, and people joined in for that. So if you click the sub button, I'll try and let people know. There's also the Discord for the Grand Tour. My club in Asphalt 9 is in the banner of my YouTube channel. I'll throw it down in the description as well in this video if you want to join in there, because I do shout outs inside there if I was going to do a live stream. They don't do too frequently, but I did one the last time people joined in. It was good crack. Up here is my indie game reviews, where I mess around playing indie games, and over this side is a YouTube recommended video. It'll probably be Asphalt. But yeah, guys, good luck, drive safe, and hopefully you start getting some keys tomorrow. Let us know in the comments how you're doing inside in your groups.